Well, I'm sure no one's forgotten, but 1 week away till the tax deadline. Have you filed yet, or are you a procrastinator? Either way, I got some great tips coming from Cars for Kids. Mr. Stephen Schwartz is here, and we're going to discuss some things that you didn't know you can maybe write off and some of the common mistakes. And looking at that list of mistakes, it's like, really? People forget that? But it happens, right, Stephen?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, well, let's first kind of tell me a little bit about Cars for Kids and why I wanted to compile this list of tax tips.
Oh, thank you, Megan. And first of all, thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate
Definitely.
it. We came here to help your viewers save some money on their donations and also other deductions that we found. We're a nationwide car donation charity. We don't just collect cars here in the upstate area. We collect cars all 50 states, District of Columbia, all over the country. So we want to help people save more money. They're generous enough to donate cars to us or other generous things they do in their lives. We want to help your viewers save some money. That's why we're here.
Well, we love that. Love saving money. And how, I've never, donated a car before. I donate a lot of, other stuff, but not something as big as a car. How does that work? Because like with clothes and house goods, I'll just go to like a Goodwill or something and do it that way. What do you do with the car?
Yeah, so people call us up. We have an 800 number, 1-877 Cars for Kids, Cars with a K, or they go on our website, carsforkids.org, Cars with a K again. And they make the donation. It could be different circumstances in life. People have old cars that have very little value to them, but have a lot of value to us and to our kids.
Now, do y'all come pick them up, or do they have to get them to where it needs to
we
be?
come to the house free of charge. For a lot of people, that's very convenient.
Yeah.
Rather than paying a towing service or what have you, we pick up the car, we take care of all of the details, usually rather promptly, and we have a very long track record. We've taken lots of cars here in South Carolina. We have a long track record of doing that for people and helping them out. So we feel like we're helping the donor because we might be taking an old jalopy off of the driveway, or maybe somebody inherits a car that perhaps isn't their style or isn't their speed and they want to get a tax deduction, or they just feel like they want to generously donate, what have you. Recently, Hurricane Sandy in the Northeast, we got a lot of cars that were affected. So they weren't drivable, they weren't usable, but they have value, and we were able to take them and translate that money into helping kids.
And I know it's a case by case, but what's kind of an example of how much someone could deduct from doing that?
So basically, the deduction works like this: if the car is worth less than $500, then your viewer could donate the car, and they would receive up to $500, depending on the value. And they would have to figure that out, looking on a website or something like that, figure out the value on their own. If the car sells at auction, if we take the car and we sell it at auction for more than $500, we give a receipt to the donor, and it tells them exactly how much we got, and that's the exact amount that they can take as a deduction.
So you take the guesswork out of it. I love it. I love it. Now, what about some other household improvements that are available for tax deduction?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So, now is the season. People are starting to do home improvements, and we're talking about roofs, doors, things that people are putting on their homes. These are the kinds of improvements. People are doing this for their homes, but it's also a valuable tax deduction. So we're spending money, but we can also save some money.
So there you go. So don't forget any of those little things you might have done. And tell me quickly, some common mistakes.
Yes. Okay, so one big mistake, and I was just flying in here. I'm not from the upstate region, I'm sure you can tell that. I was just flying in here to do this interview, and on the plane, the woman was telling me, I said, oh, well, a common mistake is people forget to sign the return. And she said, I forgot to sign the return. That's a big mistake, because when it gets into the IRS, it sits there for a little while, and then they send it back as if it wasn't filed. There could be fines, fees, and penalties. So just remember to sign the return. It's a simple tip, but it could be a big mistake.
And it could don't forget to put the stamp on.
Yeah.
Just little things like that.
Yeah, that's a good tip too.
Well, Stephen, thank you so much, and y'all can learn more again.
Carsforkids.org.
Cars with a K, and we'll have the segment posted on our Facebook and website in case you missed it.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, coming up, there's a place that you can go next week to get and buy specialty flowers and plants that you won't find in kind of the big box stores. We'll tell you about that. Plus, our Mobile Minute is dedicated to your garden. I've got 2 great apps to help you manage and maybe grow some new things you didn't think you could do. That's next. That's great, Stephen. You did a good job.